Printer computing. In computing, a printer is a peripheral device which makes a persistent representation of graphics or text, usually on paper. While most output is human-readable, barcode printers are an example of expanded use for printers. The different types of printers include a 3D printer, inkjet printer, laser printer, thermal printer, etc. Personal printers are primarily designed to support individual users and may be connected to only a single computer. These printers are designed for low-volume, short turnaround print jobs, requiring minimal setup time to produce a hard copy of a given document. However, they are generally slow devices ranging from 6 to around 25 pages per minute (ppm), and the cost per page is relatively high. However, this is offset by the on-demand convenience. Some printers can print documents stored on memory cards or from digital cameras and scanners. Networked or shared printers are designed for high-volume, high-speed printing. They are usually shared by many users on a network and can print at speeds of 45 to around 100 ppm. The Xerox 9700 could achieve 120 ppm. A virtual printer is a piece of computer software whose user interface and API resembles that of a printer driver, but which is not connected with a physical computer printer. A virtual printer can be used to create a file which is an image of the data which would be printed, for archival purposes or as input to another program, for example, to create a PDF or to transmit to another system or user. A barcode printer is a computer peripheral for printing barcode labels or tags that can be attached to, or printed directly on physical objects. Barcode printers are commonly used to label cartons before shipment, or to label retail items with UPCs or ENs. A 3D printer is a device for making a three-dimensional object from a 3D model or another electronic data source through additive processes in which successive layers of material, including plastics, metals, food, cement, wood, and other materials, are laid down under computer control. It is called a printer by analogy with an inkjet printer, which produces a two-dimensional document by a similar process of depositing a layer of ink on paper. Toner-based printers. A laser printer rapidly produces high-quality text and graphics. As with digital photocopiers and multifunction printers (MFPs), laser printers employ a xerographic printing process but differ from analog photocopiers in that the image is produced by the direct scanning of a laser beam across the printer's photoreceptor. Inkjet printers operate by propelling variably sized droplets of liquid ink onto almost any sized page. They are the most common type of computer printer used by consumers. Solid ink printers. Solid ink printers, also known as phase change printers, are a type of thermal transfer printer. The printhead sprays the ink on a rotating, oil-coated drum. The paper then passes over the print drum, at which time the image is immediately transferred, or transfixed, to the page. A dye sublimation printer, or dye sub printer, is a printer that employs a printing process that uses heat to transfer dye to a medium such as a plastic card, paper, or canvas. The process is usually to lay one color at a time using a ribbon that has color panels. Thermal printers work by selectively heating regions of the special heat-sensitive paper. Monochrome thermal printers are used in cash registers, ATMs, gasoline dispensers, and some older inexpensive fax machines. The impact printer uses a print head that either hits the surface of the ink ribbon, pressing the ink ribbon against the paper similar to the action of a typewriter, or, less commonly, hits the back of the paper, pressing the paper against the ink ribbon. Daisy wheel printers operate in much the same fashion as a typewriter. A hammer strikes a wheel with pedals, the daisy wheel, each pedal containing a letter form at its tip. The letter form strikes a ribbon of ink, depositing the ink on the page and thus printing a character. By rotating the daisy wheel, different characters are selected for printing. These printers were also referred to as letter-quality printers because they could produce a text which was as clear and crisp as a typewriter. The fastest letter-quality printers printed at 30 characters per second. Dot matrix printers. The term dot matrix printer is used for impact printers that use a matrix of small pins to transfer ink to the page. The advantage of dot matrix over other impact printers is that they can produce graphical images in addition to text. However, the text is generally of poorer quality than impact printers that use letter forms type. Please subscribe, like video, share, comment and click bell icon for upcoming videos.